Hello, my name's Glenno, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about speed and looking at how to be really fast, especially with a lot of talk about fastest drummers in the world, competitions and so forth. So there are a few tips that I just want to give, and I think you can find this anywhere on the web anyway, but I just wanted to give some tips of my own on how to play fast. In this particular video I'm just going to be looking at double strokes and really fast double strokes, and the world record holder at the moment is Mr. Eric Okamoto. He has got the record of 1620 strokes in a minute, which is double strokes. And playing fast really takes a combination of things. Jojo Mayer once said that to play fast, the faster you play, the lower your action will be, the lower the angle will be between the snare and the stick. Okay, so if you're playing slow, you might be able to play very big, like your hands will be going up and down like this. But the faster you play, the lower the stick will be from the snare. Okay, so that's one of the tips, is if you want to play fast, keep the tip of the stick as close to the snare as possible. Okay, it takes a lot of practice to play very small strokes, but that's the idea. That's one of the main ideas of how to play fast. Second of all, I would suggest that you don't play very hard on the snare. What I mean by that is that when you're playing, don't try and push into the snare too much, because a lot of energy is expended in pushing into the snare. So you're losing pace already just by trying to hit hard. All right. So hit the drum lightly or the pad lightly. Okay. That's the second idea. Second tip. Third tip is to relax. Try not to tense too much, although the right muscles need to be at a certain tension to be able to play fast. Okay. But just try and relax. Try and center yourself, and just concentrate on how fast you want to go. Fourthly, I'd suggest playing along to a metronome or practicing to a metronome, because that way you can gauge how fast you actually are going, and you can improve your speed by using a metronome. I don't actually have a drummer meter myself. I'm looking to invest in one, because it's just a good practice thing, and also a practice pad. I haven't got like one of those fancy practice pads, but I sort of gauge how fast I'm going by this metronome, so use a metronome. That's my tip. Lastly, which is the fifth, is a lot of people, when they're trying to go fast, forget to breathe. I remember Virgil Donati saying that a lot of people forget to breathe, and so his tip was that he hums, he's actually always breathing while he's humming. Well, I don't hum, but the most important thing is it's just like running. When you're running, say you're doing long distance running, you might be going, say, 20, 42 k's or whatever. It's important to breathe and to get into a rhythm of breathing. What you'll find is runners get into a rhythm of breathing, so that they'll breathe in every 4 strides and then breathe out every 4 strides. Okay, it's no different to playing even for a straight minute on a snare, like really fast. It's no different from doing that. You do need to breathe and go into a rhythm, and not just a rhythm of its own, but a rhythm with what you're playing. It's a lot easier to be able to breathe and concentrate on your breathing if you're in rhythm with what you're playing, rather than trying to do some kind of polyrhythmic breathing or something. But so breathing. I mean, the reason why it's important is because your muscles need oxygen in order to function. So if you're playing and you might be there for half a minute, by the time you're finished, you know, the anaerobic part of your body will be finished, and you'll be like, straining. So you will need to breathe in order to continue playing at that particular height of performance. You won't be able to sustain it without breathing. So it's important because your muscles do need oxygen. So important to breathe in, breathe out. You know, all this Karate Kid stuff shouldn't be wasted. All right, take it on board. It's true. You need to breathe, and it's good sometimes to just do a basic exercise like you might do your double strokes. You might even do them just slow, and then just breathe in and breathe out as you're doing it. Consciously focus on your breathing. Start off with the exercise, just doing your double strokes. Okay, and then breathe in every 8 strokes, then breathe out for over 8 strokes. Okay, so let's breathe in. And it shouldn't change how fast you're going. I mean, you'll be having a lot more notes in that breathing in, breathing out. But you know, what I'm saying is, forget what you're playing for a start. Like, get that into gear, and then start concentrating on your breathing in, out. Okay, and you'll find that you'll be able to last a lot longer. You'll be able to sustain the pace that you've been doing for a lot longer too. All right. So now this record business. All right. Well, 1620 double strokes in a minute is pretty quick. Like, I'm not going to bag it. It's pretty quick. Not a lot of people can do it. But as I said, if you concentrate on the things that I've talked about, like height of the stick, breathing, etc., and obviously practice, and especially with a metronome, you'll get there, and it'll take time. Okay, practicing on technique, getting the bounce properly. Okay, so I'm going to play along to this metronome for a minute, well, just over a minute or whatever, at 214 beats per minute. Now, like, most metronomes don't go over 400 beats per minute. All right, so, and that's the kind of speed you have to play at in order to play really fast. All right, but what I've done is I halved that, and you know, I could have gone to 200, but I'm going to go to 214, which will give me around about 1712 strokes in a minute. All right, which is quicker than a record, but whatever. You know, I'm just going to demonstrate it. That's all. So 214 beats per minute. Okay, for a whole minute, and we'll see how I feel afterwards. All right, and I'll try to remember all these things I've taught you about stick height, about breathing. All right, so if you see my face go blue, you know I haven't been listening to myself. All right. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, go. So, let's stop this thing. So, that was around about 1712 strokes in a minute. So, technically or unofficially, I've broken the world record. So, sorry, Eric. You're a great guy and you're an awesome drummer. But records are made to be broken, hey? Alright, peace out.